for a pledge of allegiance.
Good evening, honorable city council members, to our mayor, our city treasurer, to the administrative staff, audience in attendance here in the council chambers, and those viewing via our broadcast channel and YouTube Live. Welcome to the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting. Today is Monday, February 13th, 2023. Members of the public wishing to participate in this meeting may do so under the public comment portion of the agenda. Please fill out a request to speak public comment card located on the table in the back of the chambers and hand it to me, the deputy clerk. Additionally, members of the public who are viewing tonight's meeting via our broadcast channel or YouTube Live can submit their comments to public comment at romulusgov.com. Mr. Chair, roll call was taken at our previous special meeting, and there's still a quorum for tonight's special regular meeting.
Thank you, and Councilwoman Webb is excused.
So noted. Tonight's regular meeting agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda, 2 minutes, 3 petitioner, 4 chairpersons report, 5 mayor's report, 6 clerk's report, 7 treasurer's report, 8 public comment, 9 unfinished business, 10 new business, 11 warrant, 12 communication, and number 13 is adjournment, and a motion would be in order to accept tonight's regular meeting agenda as presented.
So moved to accept the agenda as presented. Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the agenda as presented. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. Agenda item 2A for approval are the minutes from the regular meeting held on Monday, February 6, 2023 at 7:30 p.m. A motion be in order.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from the regular meeting held on Monday, February 6, 2023 at 7:30.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the minutes from a meeting held on Monday, February 6th at 7:30. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Abstain.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. Agenda item 2B for approval are the minutes from the special meeting study session held on Monday, February 6, 2023 at 7 p.m. to discuss the proposed zoning amendments for the Southern Gateway Overlay District and Airport District.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to approve the minutes from the special meeting study session held on Monday, February 6, 2023 at 7 o'clock.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for approval of the minutes from the special meeting study session held on Monday, February 6th at 7 p.m. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Abstain.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. There are no petitioners on tonight's meeting. That brings us to number 4, the chairperson's report.
Thank you, thank you, Deputy Clerk. Sorry. At 6 p.m. tonight, we had a study session open for a placement of Veterans Memorial Monument. It was a nice attendance, and the residents expressed their concerns about the locations of where it wanted to be placed at, and we will be voting on that tonight. Other than that, that concludes the chairperson's report.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to accept your report.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for approval of the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, and motion is approved. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Thank you. Good evening, City Council, Deputy Clerk, Madam Treasurer, listening audience at home, and also here in attendance tonight. Before I get into my report, I'd like to draw your attention to the monitor, and we have another informational video from Ms. Vanessa Tolliver.
Hello, I'm Vanessa Tolliver, and here are some events happening in Romulus. Time is running out to get your tickets for the Mother-Son Shake, Rattle, and Bowl at the Romulus Lanes. Cost is $20 and includes 3 games of bowling, a flower for mom, pizza, and much more fun. Each additional child is $5. Tickets can be purchased at the Community Development Office. Join State Representative Dylan Wagala and special guests State Representative Reggie Miller and State Senator Darren Camilleri for coffee at the Romulus Public Library on Friday, February 17th from 1 to 2 p.m. Hear what's happening in Lansing and the new 26th House District. The annual dog and cat inoculation will be held this Saturday, February 18th at the Romulus DPW building. Residents can pay for dog license as well as dog and cat vaccinations. Fluff and Puff cat grooming will also be available to provide low-cost nail trimming. For more information, contact the Romulus Animal Shelter at 734-942-7591. Recreation drop-in volleyball takes place on Fridays at a new location, the Romulus Athletic Center, from 6:30 to 8 p.m., and the cost is only $5. Thanks, everyone, and remember to like and share us on Facebook and YouTube, or visit our website for more information. Have a great night.
Thank you, Vanessa. Just a couple action items I have tonight on my report. One is a piggyback on my deal contract for street sweeper rental. So I would ask that council concur with the administration, consent to piggyback on the My Deal contract 071-B77-00091 for the biannual monthly rental of 1 Elgin Broom Bear street sweeper at a cost of $12,090, $11,790 plus a $300 delivery fee per rental from McQueen Equipment LLC DBA Bell Equipment through January 12th, 2026.
Need a motion?
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to concur with administration and consent to the piggyback on the My Deal contract 071-B77-00091 for the biannual monthly rental of 1 Elgin Broom Bear street sweeper at a cost of $12,090. That would be $11,790 plus $300 delivery fee per rental from McQueen Equipment LLC, better known as Bell Equipment, through January 12th, 2026.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Williams, for a piggyback on My Deal contract for street sweeper rental with McQueen Equipment LLC, DBA Bell Equipment. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you. The next item I have is a request of a resolution for council on the Veterans Memorial Monument Restoration. We had a study session this evening where we discussed a possible birdhouse location for the Veterans Memorial Park or the City Hall Municipal Complex, and we have an overwhelming majority today in the room that it seemed like they really wanted to have it installed here at the City Hall Municipal Complex. So I need a resolution from council giving directive to the administration on where we want to have it installed.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Wadsworth?
if I can, I'll request a resolution for the Romulus Veterans Memorial Monument Restoration take place at the City Municipal Complex.
Support.
Who supported that? I'm sorry.
I did.
Oh,
No, I did too.
the motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for the request resolution, Romulus Veterans Memorial Monument Registration for the City Hall.
John,
Yes.
just a quick,
Mr. Wadsworth?
just a quick comment to Mayor McCray. Mayor, I thank you for what you did with the public hearings and everything else. Thank you.
Thank you.
Through the chair.
Yes, Ms. Talley?
Just want to make a note, we did have the study session today regarding the Veterans and Monument, and one of the things I said, I wanted to hear what the people had to say. It was overwhelming majority that wanted to keep it where it's at on the complex. I still believe in vision, I do. I believe in vision, and I want to shout out to the folks who did speak out for vision, but the majority was that they wanted to keep it on the complex, so I will vote accordingly. But I just want to say I do believe in vision and bringing up a legacy for those coming behind us and building a Romulus that's for those that's coming behind us. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Ms.
Yes,
Williams?
I would just like to say to our mayor, thank you so much, and to Jill for even going that extra mile to look at something different, because it was a beautiful sight, it was. And I just want to let you know, and let the audience, the viewing audience know, that it was a good idea, but even in the vision of the city, we have to make sure that we're doing things that also that the people want and not what we want. So I do appreciate your efforts, I really do. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Okay, and I'd like to say that I did something, I looked out in the audience and I said, you know, just like in school, raise your hand who want to eat lunch in the lunchroom or want to go for McDonald's. So I just use that as an example. But when I looked out, I seen the majority of the people wanted to keep it here at this location. So I believe in listening to the residents. So we're going to do a roll call. Before we do that, I'm going to let Ms. Abdo.
The one thing I wanted to comment on is, although there were a few differing opinions, the dignity and respect everyone showed each other, and it was remarkable, and I thank them.
Thank you. Roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes,
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved.
Thank you, and also thank everybody who showed up tonight. You know, I want to make sure everybody wanted to get all the facts and the detail. That's why we had these meetings. And thank you to Jill Martin for having the courage to have that vision. She came with a great idea, and we did the homework and supplied data, and we talked to people, and it's democracy at its best. We talk about it all the time. So the people voted and spoke, and we're going to keep it here. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Number 6 is the clerk's report. There are 4 action items before council under the clerk's report. The first action item is the second reading and final adoption of zoning ordinance text amendment TA-2022-002. It is requested that council approve the second reading and final adoption of the text amendment to the zoning ordinance TA 2022-002 to add to Article 7, Business Districts, Section 7.06, and Article 8, Industrial Districts, Section 8.04, Subsection B9, Southern Gateway Overlay District. This amendment was introduced at the February 6th regular meeting.
Need a motion?
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for second reading and final adoption of zoning ordinance text amendment TA-2022-002, Article 7, Business District, and 8, Industrial Districts for the Southern Gateway Overlay District.
support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Williams, for second reading, final adoption of zoning ordinance text amendment TA-2022-002, Article 7, Business District, and 8, Industrial District, Southern Gateway Overlay District. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes,
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. Agenda item 6B is another second reading and final adoption to the zoning ordinance. It is requested that council approve the second reading and final adoption of the text amendment to the zoning ordinance TA-2022-003 to amend Article 9 Airport District, Table 9.02, Schedule of Uses to include drive-through restaurants as special land uses. This amendment was introduced at the February 6th regular meeting.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion
Okay.
for second reading and final adoption of zoning ordinance text amendment TA-2022-003, Article 9, Airport District, drive-through restaurants and special land uses.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Williams, for second reading and final adoption of zoning ordinance text amendment TA-2022-003, Article 9, Airport District, drive-through restaurants. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Abdo.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. Agenda item 6C is the second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 22/23-11. For second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 22/22-11 in the amount of $356,000 for the completion of the Brant Road project. This budget amendment was introduced at the February 6th regular council meeting.
Need a motion?
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 22/23-11 in the amount of $356,000 for the completion of the Brant Road project.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Mr. Wadsworth, for second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 22/23-11. Any discussion?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes. To the mayor, I was sent this email, and it says 2000-6 Statewide Construction Code Act, Public Act 245. Are you familiar with that? Attorney?
I don't have a code book sitting in front of me, I'm sorry.
I was told, it says, under the Michigan compel law, building permits and insurance of certificates of use of occupancy fees for the operation of enforcement agencies or construction boards of appeal, or both, shall not be used for any other purposes. So the question to me, and I'm asking this question, so how can we transfer $365,000 out of this account, out of the road account? Out of the account for road construction? I'm not for sure with that, because I voted yes to support it.
As pertains to the code section, I don't have that information in front of me. I have to get back to you on that one. But as far as any fees that are generated in the building department, they all go to the general fund anyways. That's just additional revenues recognized this year.
So through the attorney, because I voted yes to approve it, and then I was sent this. So I want to make sure, before I move forward, to continue voting yes. Can we use money from the building department for fees?
For this purpose? yeah.
For this purpose? Okay. I just wanted to be clear, because this was sent to me, and I've supported it. So I wanted to continue to support it, but I wanted
Right.
the attorney on record to say yes. So if anything come back on me, I'm bringing it to him.
And we run all these past our auditors too, so if it wasn't passing the auditors, we wouldn't be bringing it here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, City Council. Agenda item 6D is a study session request. The Planning Department is requesting a 30-minute study session for Monday, February 27th, 2023 at 6:45 p.m. for the purpose of discussing amendments to the Fairway at Gateway PDA, which is the Planned Development Area Site Plan. The date and time are available for this request.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion. We schedule a study session for Monday, February 27th at 6:45 p.m.
I have a comment, John. I'll support that.
Okay. Been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Roscoe for a study session request for Monday, February 27th, 2023 at 6:45. Discussion, Ms. Roscoe.
Yes, just want to thank Carol for bringing the study sessions to us. And like we've talked about, sometimes it's better to do that beforehand so all the questions can get answered and everything can be explained out better, even though, like our last study session, you had all the information in there on Thursday. If there was any questions, they could call you, they could have called me, you know, as far as that goes. And, but I think it's really good that we're starting to have more study sessions in regards to some of these areas, because some things are just a little bit more understandable when we can ask questions, see your PowerPoint, than just reading through it all. Even for myself, after I've even sat in the planning commission meetings. So anyways, I just want to thank you, Carol, for taking the time out and doing the study sessions before we vote on these things. Thank you, John.
You're welcome. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved.
Thank you, City Council, and that will conclude the clerk's report. Number 7 is the treasurer's report.
Good evening and thank you, council, mayor, chief of staff, deputy clerk, listening audience. Tomorrow's a busy day. Valentine's Day, we'll continue the Goodfellow Bake Sale while you come in to pay your taxes. Taxes are due tomorrow. The office is open from 8 until 4 p.m. And we will continue to collect taxes at the treasurer's office through February 28th. As of March 1st, anything uncollected on the real property will be sent to the county, and there would be additional fees at the county. So make sure to stop in tomorrow and pay your property taxes and personal property taxes as well. And that is all I have on the agenda. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Treasurer.
Thank you, Madam Treasurer. Number 8 is public comment. This is the portion of the agenda for those in the audience who would like to address the City Council. The rules to address City Council can be found on the back of the meeting agenda. If you would like to address the City Council, please raise your hand, and after being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium and state your name. Please note, members of the public who submitted a public comment card will be called upon first. You will have 3 minutes to speak. Any additional time will be upon the consent of the chairperson. Mr. Chair, I have not received a public comment card, neither have I received an email through our public comment email.
Any comments from the audience? Yes, ma'am. To the podium.
Good evening,
Good
Rita
evening.
Denard, West Village Estates. I'm bringing a situation to you, and I don't know if it's a comment or a question, but 5 weeks ago, on a Monday morning at 6 a.m., I was awakened by EMS and fire bamming on my door. I fell out of bed onto my dog, and my dog and I are stumbling around the house because I'm trying to figure out what is going on. I just couldn't get my wits about me. I think I was traumatized. As I'm trying to get to the door, I hear someone yell, "Do we take the door down?" Took me to another state, okay? I grabbed a sheet and threw it around me, answered the door. This was while the temperatures were still below 0. I answered the door in a sheet, and the 2 young men at the door said, very politely, "Did you call 911? No, I did not. He said, "Can you verify your address?" He's standing in front of my address. Yeah, I verified my address. And they're talking to, on the radio, I guess, the dispatcher. And apparently there was someone who called for medical emergency, but she gave my address, or they thought she gave my address. They are speaking to the dispatcher. She says, the line is still open, but we can't get a response from her. It turns out they believe she was having a stroke, but they couldn't find her. My question is, do we not have the system that, or the technology, if someone calls for emergency 911, We don't know where they are, or we're not able to track them with that. No one was able to tell me if they ever found the woman. I did speak to the chief about this, and he said, well, apparently it was an older person calling because it was probably a stroke. And they have older phones that don't have the new technology. So we're unable to track that. But as you can see in the study session we just had, we have mostly older people, and I teach computers to older people. Most of them do not have the newer phones. They don't like using them. But in the meantime, there are other cities or municipalities that have the technology to track that kind of information. Okay, I know with the millage renewal and all of that, we were talking about new technology and all of that, and it looks like we didn't get that. So it worries me that someone could be out there and they call and they're unable to be found. That's all. Thank you.
Ms. Williams, you had something?
I would just like to ask the mayor, because shouldn't we be able to track landlines? Because before cell phones came out, you were able to do it.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody might be using old technology, but we can look and make sure that we're employing the best that we have around here. And I don't think we have the funding, or can we require somebody to update if they don't feel comfortable with it, but we can make sure that ours is up to date, because it's a scary situation. You know, to get the wrong address, and if somebody's incapacitated, we can't get to them. I'll make sure that we're employing the latest technology on our side of things, then the things that we can control.
And maybe we can promote, because there's a lot of companies out there that's giving free phone service, and maybe we can promote that more for those that are kind of outdated.
It's definitely something we'll have to run past the team, and especially our IT team. That's not my strong point, but I'll make sure that there's technology out there, we're looking into it.
Thank you.
Okay. Are there any more comments from the audience? No more comments from the audience. Deputy Clerk will close that part out.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Number 9 is unfinished business. Number 10 is new business. Number 11 is warrant for approval is warrant number 23-03.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we pay warrant 23-03 in the following amounts. General Fund, $1,212,479.44. Major Street Fund, $8,137.81. Local Street Fund, $6,749.67. Public Safety Fund, $46,441.26. Cable TV, $291.69. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $206.99. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $100,708.03. Michigan Indigent Defense Fund, $15,539.64. 9/11 Service Fund, $10,264.69. Law Enforcement, $143,160. Library Fund, $19,984.17. DDA, $2,442.19. Tifa District 2, $46,363.24. Vining Road Extension, E-Course Construction, $2,601.92. Water and Sewer Fund, $280,188.68. Motor Vehicle, $41,064.57. Technology Services, $2,937.76. Retiree Insurance Benefits, $128,654.46. Revolving Fund, $55,256.25. Current tax, $2,074.42. Delinquent Personal Property Fund, $11,319.62. Payroll Fund, $164,163.83. Totaling of all funds, $2,301,030.33.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Talley, to pay warrant number 23-03 for $2,301,030.33. Any discussion?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes, through the chair, I would like the mayor to enter this if he could. On check number 1160E, it's on page 47, up under Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. The February 23 invoice was $209,538. Now, is that all of city employees, or do that include the court employees, their insurance?
I'm sorry, what check number was that?
Look like it's 1160.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that is gonna be for, I don't have finance here to answer that, but I'm assuming that's for, all city employees as well as the court employees.
So,
They
and
are on the same insurance, yes.
I know we've been paying, some of the expenditures for the court, but I wasn't aware that we were also paying the insurance. So how long have we been paying the court employees' insurance?
far as I know.
And what is that each month? Because this is all bundled together, so,
They've always been on our insurance program to keep the premiums
Well-
lower, but the difference is they usually reimburse
Reimburse.
the city for those costs for their employees. But because of the things that we're talking about right now, trying to work through them, they haven't reimbursed the city as of yet. But that's always been the way that it's gone as far as,
but
I've
what
got
what
it.
I'm saying is, the amount, I understand that they're supposed to reimburse us. So what is that dollar amount? Because it's all together.
oh, we'd have to get the court paperwork right now, would be able to, maybe through HR. The Warren Basket would have it.
Yeah, I would like to know what the dollar amount is for the court employees. It's not the city employees. And then also, how long has the court not been able to pay their employees' health insurance? That's
Yeah,
it.
the breakdown for that is in the warrant basket in the council office, but as far as, I'd have to look into it with finance to see when the last time we were reimbursed from 34th District Court on their employees were.
Okay, thanks, John.
Okay. Roll call vote. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
No.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Number 12 is communication.
Through the chair.
Yes, Ms.
Just
Talley.
really quickly, it's that time of year, we're getting in preparation for our Good Friday walk. Reverend Willis has charged me to start gathering characters who would want to be on the walk. I want to thank our mayor for his participation, Stacy Page for your participation, DeJean for your participation, and anybody else that would like to participate, please let me know. We are taking characters. Friday, April 7th is Good Friday, and if anybody want to be a character on the walk, we are taking all takers. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Talley. Ms. Williams?
Yeah, just a minute. I would ask the council to support a memorial resolution for Tracy Bland. Tracy Bland had a child care from 2003 all the way to 2019. She passed away February the 5th. So if the council will support in a memorial resolution for her?
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Williams, supported by Ms. Abdo for memorial resolution. Any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion is approved.
Through the chair.
Oh,
Just one piece of communication, just let everybody know that tomorrow they're gonna start demolition on the old Alert Glass building on the corners of Wayne and
Wow.
Ecorse. So that building will come down tomorrow. You already see Van Ashley Construction and Staging on that site, so that building's coming down tomorrow, and that's gonna make sure that we're on time to move forward with the reconstruction of that intersection, which is long overdue. I think we'll all agree on that one. So exciting time and ready to move forward. And this is only phase one on that intersection. Once we get it done, we're gonna work on widening the whole road down.
okay, great.
And for those who don't know, the governor was in our city today at the Fort Ion project to release a great bit of information for the city of or for the state of Michigan But the benefit to Romulus was that she had to lead her with her security detail and get stuck in that E-course road traffic, and she knows firsthand, once we bring those jobs to our community, we need wider roads, so, that was worth my 10 minutes of that meeting, so.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, and I would also like to remind the residents out there, Forgotten Harvest, we're there tomorrow morning. We start actually around 10:30, and we're done no later than 1, because we have to get out of the parking lot before the buses show up. And Vanessa mentioned Dan Cavallari. Yeah, the correction is that he is going to set a different date.
For that luncheon. No. I don't have.
Yeah, there was a correction in that announcement. State Representative Miller and State Senator Darren Camilleri will be in Romulus at the Romulus Public Library on Monday, February 20th, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m.
No, you got that.
No.
You got that wrong. Camilleri cannot make it. It's going to be Wigella and.
Wegler.
No.
No.
This is right from Camilleri.
Right, it's the 20th.
Wagella is
On the
Friday,
twen-
and this is a
This
different
Friday,
day.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, I got it wrong.
This came in after Vanessa.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Thank you.
But thank you for bringing
Darren was
that up.
separate, that's all I remember.
So just to make sure we're all on the same page, Monday, February 20th, 11 to 2, State Representative Miller and State Senator Darren Camilleri will be at our public library.
Right. Yep.
Monday, 11 to 2.
I hope everyone, go ahead.
One more last thing. I just want to shout out to our mayor and their administration and the team at the Romulus City Hall. They had a mixer this past week at the Kroger, our beautiful Kroger facility. Mayors from all over the downriver and what was it, DCC.
DCC and CWW.
And CWW, very nice. A lot of our city staff was there. It turned out, did a great job. The mixer was really good, well-attended, Congress people, mayors, all sorts of people that came in attendance to see the beautiful Kroger facility. They were very impressed with this, so I just want to thank you guys for putting that together. You did a really great job, and all the people that put the work in behind that as well. Thank you. And then the meeting afterward was very good. I didn't know they were really short like that. They don't really have long meetings afterwards, huh?
No, the
I
people in
guess
that
they're
room,
ready to get out
they have
of
a lot
there,
of things going on, so it's good that they take time out of their,
Okay.
we meet every month to discuss those issues.
It is
And-
monthly.
And so what you had was a mixture with DCC and CWW. So
Okay.
Romulus is right in the middle of all the communities north of us
Right.
and south of us. So all the community leaders and the state electeds were there. So thank you to all of our electeds who are there to represent Romulus too, because those things matter and those meetings matter. And it's good to have them showcase a development in Romulus.
Yes.
And hopefully they'll all be Krogering before you know it. And they all seem to like it. But yeah, thank you to all of our electeds. They got me so busy in there, I couldn't tell who was all there, but I know we were well represented from our elected officials there, so thank you for that. As always, Ms. Page, thank you for representing Kroger there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
You're welcome, Ms. Charlie. I hope everyone enjoyed the Super Bowl. One interesting thing was, the Lions, Philadelphia and the Lions played this year, and Lions almost beat them. So we got a little hope going on. Are we just 3 players away we may be having Super Bowl here? I just want to put that out there. It came from me first. If it don't happen, I didn't say anything. Thank you.
If there's no more communications from council, number 13 is adjournment. The time is
moved.
8:08.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Williams for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. We are adjourned. Thank you.